In 2001, Nivek Ogre of Skinny Puppy teamed up with Mark Walk to produce the album Welt under the newly formed band Ogre. Unlike Skinny Puppy, Ogre has more conventional song structures and has a more playful sound while maintaining elements of industrial and electro. Today we're going to take a listen to this album and I'll be providing commentary for it throughout. So let's begin. That was probably the shortest introduction that I've ever done for an album on this channel. But I promise that we got a lot to cover here. Took some notes, so we're gonna see how this goes, okay? So even though this came out in 2001, to me, personally, it doesn't sound dated at all. I mean, when I still think about the year 2001, I feel like it's not even that long ago. But it's quite a while ago. And like music back then, like if you listen to pop music, it just sounds so fucking old. It sounds like shit now. Most of it anyway. But this doesn't even sound like... I mean, this sounds like it could come out today. Really love that little synth that creeps on. I don't even know what it sounds like, just like a haunted house type of synth. Anyway, it's a very interesting song, very interesting album. Alright, so the band Ogre, it started off as it was originally called Welt, but what happened was, when they first started recording, and when I say they, I'm talking about Ogre of Skinny Puppy, as well as Al Jorgensen. We'll talk about that in a moment. They originally started recording this in '95, and it took them about 5 years to get the rights back of that material, because at the time, at least Ogre, I really don't know anything about Al Jorgensen. At the time, they were still with the record label American Records. So when you record material under a certain label, they still own the rights to that until they give it to you or you buy it or whatever. And it took them 5 years to get the rights to the material. And by the time that they finally got it, a punk band had formed with the name Welt. So Welt is actually an acronym, meaning when everyone learns truth. I personally think that Ogre is a better title, better band name anyway. So it's a not a mistake, is a happy inconvenience. That should have been a band name. It's so hard to come up with band names, isn't it? Have you ever tried? Have you? It's not easy. Like, you have to think of... Like, everything's taken by now. Everything that's just one word. That, or it'd be just too fucking hard to Google it. And then if you did Google it... Like, if we were to Google the band Welt right now, you'd have to Google Welt band. If you just type in Welt, you'll just find like a bunch of inflicted wounds upon people's arms and shit. Anyway. And going back to this, even if you did come up with a band name, like with multiple words, you have to look to see if it's taken or if it belongs to something, or it doesn't matter. Anyway, like I said, Al Jorgensen, that's the guy from Ministry. He was originally involved with the band, but for whatever reason, he just isn't now. He actually got a tattoo. I'll let you listen to this for a second. since you didn't hear any of the first song. Alright, Al Jurgensen actually got a tattoo that said Welt in anticipation for this project. So imagine how awkward that must have been. That he now has a band name tattooed on him of a punk band that stole his name. That's fun. Now, I would usually feel bad, but have you seen him recently? He's covered in tattoos. I'm sure the word Welt got lost in the shuffle. Looks like a newspaper now. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's got so many tattoos, he probably forgot all about it. Do people with that many tattoos forget how many tattoos they have? Like, do they have to stop and think, oh, yeah, I got this many. Or do they forget that they already have a tattoo? Like, do you think that there has to be someone who's forgotten that they got something that they wanted? Can you imagine that? Like, being really psyched to get this tattoo. Or maybe, like, it's just as common as, like, having lunch. When you get to the point where you have that many on you, you go to the place, the parlor, or the back alley, you get your tattoo. A week later, you find out you already had that same tattoo somewhere else. That has to have happened somewhere. Completely unrelated. I once saw a man with like 5 Batman tattoos on his arms, and he was wearing a Batman shirt. Completely unrelated, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I highly doubt he forgot about those, but he probably just really wanted more. And it was like Batman posing too. It was really awkward. It was like one of him with like a grappling hook shooting up the guy's arm and like climbing. It was fucking weird. So something that you're gonna notice about this album, I'll actually, start to talk about the music for a moment. Just for a moment though. It's very like synth heavy. It's very, very synth pop. But it's so good because it still like maintains like a post-industrial feel to it. It's very dark synth pop. And from what I can remember, there's like quite a lot of bass in it. Like distorted bass guitar. Like I'm pretty sure that's what I can hear now. Might not be. I don't even fucking know. It's been a really long time since I've listened to this album. And last time I did, I probably didn't know jack shit about, music at all. Like production wise. So I'm listening to it with good headphones on. But at the same time, I'm babbling all over it. Look, if you came to this video expecting to hear the whole fucking album, you should have known better when you saw the word commentary in the fucking title, okay? So don't complain to me. Go listen to the album on iTunes. Go buy it. Go buy a CD if you still remember what the fuck that is. And don't complain to me. I don't want to hear it. Exactly. Like, listen to Ogre. Who cares about you? I don't care about your fucking complaints. This album, it's really damn good though. Okay, now this one is incredible. Like seriously, this is like one of the... I'll just shut up for a moment. How about that? Isn't that great? Sorry, that was a bit weird of a word. It was a mix of good and great. Great.
As it once was, a blissful sensation, the tripping cave in to feel the head shake and begin to collapse in a wiretap feast of dreams. Awakening lightly, clouded as light serene, flame-throwing terror, all in a line descent. An instant receiving was better untreated. All problems lying low, just under the skin's glow. The scarring convergence freeze.
I just really love the instrumentation on this one. It's like a cut-up sample of a distorted guitar with the bass played over it. I mean, I don't need to fucking describe this to you. You can hear it yourself. You got ears.
It's only twisted.
And then the little synths in here, listen. So subtle, but it helps.
Directing defiling shade. When playing with fire and burnt out desire, a candle of blackness already fell into.
It's like just so completely different than what he did with Skinny Puppy. Like, I love Skinny Puppy. I really do. They're one of my favorite bands. But it's not very... It's something you have to work to listen to, you know? It's not very digestible to the average music listener. Okay, listen to this breakdown. It's noisy, but it's so melodic. Okay, maybe melodic is not the right word. Sounds more like R2-D2 dying. But it's a good dying. The next song, though, is like probably the most pop-sounding song on this whole record. It's amazing. And the breakdown on this, oh my god, it's so simple. Like with it's just literally like 2 keys. That's it, but it works so great.
That screwed it over. That screwed it over. That closed door agenda, each is everywhere. Fists against the painless, absorbed in useless prayer. Like honey flies attracted, rotten smelling air. Breathing deep, reflective, the image of...
But yeah, it's like such a huge transition to go from Skinny Puppy to this, to like write that.
Forget me not the jinx.
I find it very impressive.
The soul, removing the old. Rancid sewage, temperate thought comes in clear. Manner of environment, polluted seer. Sensuous, a fable lost, trapping history. Magic story, less is taught, force away the sea. This world is spinning upside down. This world is turning left around. A constant shifting motion sound. Reverses all whatever. It is everywhere. Absorbed in useless prayer.
Okay, get ready. Are you sitting?
It's everywhere.
Most likely. You wouldn't watch a YouTube video standing, would you? You sick fuck. Anyway, here. I forgot about that synth. Like, it sounds like a fucking stomach that's hungry. It's hungry for synth pop. I totally forgot about that, but it sounds so good. So that's why I'm talking over it. I'm saving it for myself. I don't want you to hear it. It's all for me. So, as I said, this came out in 2001. So, they did tour for this album. And guess who joined them on tour? Kevin Key. Kevin Key, the keyboardist of Skinny Puppy. Multi-instrumental guy. Another man in Skinny Puppy. He joined them, but he didn't play keyboards. He actually played the drums for that tour. I don't believe he did any other tours with Ogre, but still, that's pretty impressive. Because at this time, there was no Skinny Puppy. They didn't even exist as a band anymore. Well, I mean, obviously they existed in the past, but they were not at the time recording music. Now, in the year 2000, they did one show for a Doomsday Festival in Dresden, Germany. But that's all they did. They didn't do anything else after that. Until 2004, when they came out with the well-known famous album. No, I'm just joking. It's called The Greater Wrong of the Right. Turn up my shit. I know what I'm talking about here. That and I have notes in front of me. You know, besides that, I know what I'm talking about. To a point.
Down apart, from up around the center, a spiral blown apart. To get insulmination, to get into belief. Read up to limits, the limits set you free. Slowly you take it out. For a while I could think.
I'm not really too into this track. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no fucking point. What do I have to gain from lying to you? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, the first time I heard this record, it was probably like 2008. That's about the time I found out about the band Ogre. First I had known Skinny Puppy. I learned about them probably also in 2008 or maybe 2007. It was like right after the Mythmaker album came out, which remains my favorite Skinny Puppy record. That's because, you know, that was my first one. Chances are your first album of any band is probably your favorite. So in 2008, Ogre came out with the album Dimmed, Devils in My Detail, and oh my god, just wait till we get to the commentary for that album. Just fucking wait. But after that, I had to, you know, obviously go on to eBay or Amazon, whatever, and just buy all the other ones. And so then I bought this one. I was like, oh! That's the exact noise I made. It's the noise I make when I listen to music. It's just a constant droning noise. And at the time, 2008, I was really into synth pop to begin with. So this was just right up my fucking alley. Pretty much all of the Ogre albums, with the exception of Dimmed, are very synth pop. But I feel like this one's the poppiest of all of them. And this song, Pour, oh fuck me. I put it like, I don't want to say that it's like Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, because it's not. But the way that it's like structured and the way how the vocals are fucked with, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that song. So if you know that song, good. Think about it while you listen to this. And just listen to the vocals. Just wait. I mean, it's not as robotic, but you'll see what I mean. And then even the breakdown, it's kind of like it. Oh, so good. So yeah, that's the vocals. Do you like it? And here we got some like Skinny Puppy style vocals. Not that Daft Punk does, you know, Skinny Puppy style vocals, but you know what I meant, the other bit. This actually came out the same year as that album. That song, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, same year. Sorry, I was just like trying to think what kind of keyboard or synth they were using for that sound. Alright, so here's the breakdown. So right after this, you'll know when it comes up. So like I said, think about Daft Punk's breakdown in Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
The creepy crackhead friend of mine, a homeless place he calls his father. Silly putty tinker toy, the mirror above reflects below. The grazing herd, the lemming goat, the move toward the moving from the winter home upon the hill. The summer shaded caving in. The psychotronic talking box, the mainstream antidepressant, a laughing dying culture pop, the main exploding party hop. A fantasy away, it put the shooting things, a prostitute, a naked mix, a magazine, a picture person in a dream. Creepy crackhead friend of mine, a homeless place he calls his father. Silly putty tinker toy, the mirror above reflects below. The grazing herd, the lemming goat, the move toward the moving from the winter home upon the hill. The summer shaded caving in. The psychotronic talking box, the mainstream antidepressant, a laughing dying culture pop, the main exploding party hop. A fantasy away, it put the shaping things, a prostitute, a naked mix, a magazine, a picture person in a dream.
As you can imagine, I don't think this was played live. Can you imagine? Well, yeah, it'd probably be played off a fucking tape deck. Now I have to think which song is next. I know it's Chaos, so I just have to remember. I think it starts off with ooh. Yeah, I was right. Okay, good. It's been a while since I've listened to this, okay?
Assisted paradigm entrusted privately decays, behaving all control dependent look-alike display, affection for defection when no refuge all the same, dependent never border, one world order it away, create away.
I remember they do a really interesting little like loop of the vocals here, like it's in the background though. What's he saying? I don't fucking know either. Praise Nirvana?
It seems away. Defended reasons.
Maybe Ogre is just a really big Nirvana fan. Maybe.
It seems away. Alarming visions. It seems away. A begging man, divine, instructed shadow poverty.
This is pretty Skinny Puppy-esque.
Hiding from too many.
Vocals here and the drums.
Protection with selection. Cover all, not needing anything. Resentment unrelenting. Change to self-destruct.
If the song was ran through a distortion pedal, then it would be like very much like indistinguishable from a Skinny Puppy track.
It seems
But because it's clean,
each promise
or as clean as
away.
we can say it is, you know.
Addicted, horrified.
Where was this going? What was my point? Did I have one?
Moving all below.
No.
Where consciousness degrades. Ascension from depression, which color chosen, all the same.
Sounds like someone left the kettle on.
Doesn't matter, the world orders it away. Ask us if to find traces out of time. Choose on itself. A tooth that says it all. Inserting all the tools upon the broken talking dog. If cleaning
Talking dog?
goes off a drawing on the wall. A funded self of science from disorder and decay.
I'm pretty sure I heard him say talking dog.
The realist left to say it's chaos makes it crazy, and the real is left to say it's chaos makes it crazy, and the real is left to say it's chaos makes you crazy, and the real is left to say it's chaos makes you crazy, and the real is left to say it's chaos makes you crazy, and the real is left to say it's chaos makes you crazy, and the real is left to say.
Alright, so I was joking when I said to run this through a distortion pedal, but yeah, you know, it's fine by me, I guess. Who am I to judge? I'm just some asshole on YouTube. I wonder if Ogre will ever see this video. I have no idea. I doubt it. You know, I actually heard he lives in like, top of a mountain. Which doesn't surprise me, in all honesty. Just like living on a mountain by himself. Anyway, this song is called Cracker. It actually had a music video, believe it or not. I was pretty amazed by that. And it pokes fun at Trent Reznor and Eminem. And I think Manson too, I don't remember. So the song's very much about them.
You think you're evil, but you're not. Still sucking life from the mainstream. It's so diluted, give it up. What's that you hide behind your pile of shit?
So because of this, I've never worn a 9 Inch Nails shirt to a Skinny Puppy show. It's not something you want to do. So why do... Okay, alright. Serious talk here, right now. If you got some comments on this, you know, leave a comment down below. Why is it that people say, oh, you can't wear the band shirt of the band you're gonna go see at the show, to their show? Why the fuck not? Why not? That's a great compliment. Look, I love you this much. I'm gonna go see you, and I'm gonna wear your fucking shirt. They don't want to see you wearing someone else's shirt. I mean, maybe they don't give a fuck. But it's kind of rude, don't you think? I find that kind of rude. You know, if I were playing a show... Well, I guess I personally wouldn't care. I'm not in that position. But other people would care, probably. Or maybe even a little bit. I know that the band Kiss cares. I saw a video where they were giving this guy complete shit because he wore... I don't remember what he wore. I think he wore an Iron Maiden shirt to interview Kiss. But it's because he didn't want to look like a dickhead interviewing the band wearing a Kiss shirt. He might as well be on his knees licking Gene Simmons' ass. But they got pissed off at him. They made him take off the shirt, and then they had roadies go look for a shirt to give him. That's a bit much. You know, they could have just been big boys and been like, alright, we don't give a fuck, we get it, you're interviewing us. That's one thing. But going to the show, to go see the band that you want to see, I don't know, I feel like it's okay. Shouldn't be some stupid rule. No, you can't wear the shirt. You'll get crucified in the parking lot. First off, that would be a blessing in disguise. If you ever crucified me, I wouldn't fight you. Hell, I've tried doing it. You can't get the last nail in. You just can't fucking do it. Where was this going? What were we talking about? Oh yes, this song is about Trent. What a derail that was. Oh god. Go watch the video. It's weird. It's like claymation or something. There's pigs in it. And Trent's wearing a 9 Inch Nails shirt, so go for it. Oh, this is a fucking good one.
A pain, token disaster, mentally actor.
I love it when his vocals sound like this.
A second coming after, fearing the laughter, seeing the sheep.
And it has a really cool synth for the chorus here.
Sustain, weeping dreams, the sounding of trees, the simplest thing, I'm living in sorrow.
I don't fully remember, but I think they actually played this at the show I went to. I didn't mention this, did I? I went to go see Ogre in 2008 when they were promoting the album Devils in My Details. They actually played the full album from start to finish, and then they played like 3 or 4 songs from this album, and then they left. And I feel like a lot of people were disappointed for that, because I don't think that many people knew the album at that point, because it was only out for like a few days. Sure, like I looked around and nobody else was singing. I feel like I was the only one who knew all the words by that point. You know, as well as you can know words to Skinny Puppy's songs. Not that this is Skinny Puppy, but trust me, if you heard Devils in My Details, that came out 2008, that sounded more like a Skinny Puppy album than the album that Skinny Puppy had put out just the year before. Anyway, the point is, I knew a majority of the lyrics, and looking around the show, like nobody fucking knew the words. You know how you ever go to a show and it's like that? Like the band plays some newer songs. You look around, like hardly anyone knows the lyrics except for like die-hard fans like up against the barricade. And then when they start to play older songs, everyone knows the lyrics. I went through the same thing at the Violent Femme show that I went to recently. Nobody knew the lyrics to like anything that wasn't off of their debut album. And they're one of my favorite bands, so I knew the words to most of the songs. That was awkward.
A fly, landing inspection, gets an erection, hot for spoiled skin. The meat soar. The mind paying attention, insane dementia, if ever seen. The Welt on our soul.
Like, this is such a good album, and it still doesn't, like, I know I said this already, it doesn't sound dated to me at all. Like, this could come out now, and it would still be, I don't know, I feel like it's really ahead of its time. What else was out at this time? Like I'm trying to think of, like, similar artists. Nothing really sounded like this. So the next song, Solip? I don't know. You'll see the word up in a moment, but I don't know how the fuck to say this. That's the thing about Skinny Puppy songs and Ogre lyrics or titles of songs. See, look at that. How the fuck do you say that? I never know how to say any of their song titles. They're always so weird. That or they like randomly capitalize letters. They're lucky the music sounds good. Okay, so I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want to offend bands. But you know, when I listen, or when I used to, you know, once in a while I'll go back. When you listen to like older industrial electro songs, to me, I'm not gonna say who. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm not gonna start some shit. But some of them, they just sound so shitty production-wise. Like, it just sounds so crap. And it sounds very dated. But like I said, I'm not gonna name names. Even some newer songs by some of those newer artists. It just sounds like they're still using, like, Reason 2.0. Just sounds fucking crap. And then we got this. I don't know. Does this sound... Am I wrong when I say that this doesn't sound that dated? Minus those type of vocals. I'm talking strictly instrumentation. I love that. Listen to that. Like, what is that even? It's like chopped up, distorted guitar that was like doing harmonics. I don't even fucking know. Maybe it's just more synths. Who knows? Okay, I know for a fact they played this next song. And I know for a fact I know how to pronounce this one. This also has some pretty awesome synths in it too.
My love depleted is not being caught. The trap concealed in a restless plot. It fixed this equation, no artificial sound.
Like, the synths I'm talking about come up for the second verse. Not that you give a fuck, but... I love how, like, just... I've joked about this before, but I love how it just goes silent. Like, the joke I said was my favorite part of the song was when it wasn't playing, but I just really love it. Anyway, here's the keyboard synth.
Learn taught behavior, a brainwashed sucking the savior, suck the bottle fed gone. Minus addition is nothing.
That's so good. I love that. Although, the only complaint I would have about this, not even a complaint, just a suggestion, even though it's 17 years old now, I think it would have worked better had it been a little shorter. Maybe. Definitely more of that synth. Just make the whole song that synth and make the song like 20 seconds long. That would have made the song perfect. Yes, I'm fucking joking. See, I have to like tell you when I'm joking now. People think I'm fucking serious about everything. No, I'm not. Like, I used to do... I know we're listening to an Ogre album, but I can talk about this. I used to do these jokes on my video commentary albums, or videos, whatever. That, like, whenever... If we were watching a 9 Inch Nails video, if anyone ever mentioned Hurt in the video, or Hurt was ever mentioned, or whatever, I would always joke and say, oh, why is Trent covering a Johnny Cash song? That's so weird. Yeah, I know it's not a fucking Johnny Cash song. I'm not a fucking idiot. Look, I wouldn't start a channel and do commentary on 9 Inch Nails videos that are so fucking old. I wouldn't make commentaries on these things. Such a niche thing. Of course I fucking know Trent made the goddamn song, okay? Fuck off. Alright, so what did you think of Welt? The debut album by Ogre. I think... Well, I've already told you what I thought. I think it's great. To me, like... What was this? Like, 2008? I don't want to say what grade I was in, but this was like a soundtrack for me for like a solid 2 years. When I think about this album, I think of 2 specific years of my life. Well, obviously 2008, like I told you. 2008, 2009, even 2010. But yeah, so very nostalgic for me, even though it's quite a bit after it came out. But I think it's a great album. It's aged marvelously. It's top of the pile. La creme de la creme. Whatever that means. I don't speak German, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good record. I like it. Sorry I talked all over it, most of it, but that's the whole fucking point of this. Like, the album, even though it's like very dark, it's still, well, obviously still synth pop, but it was like very playful, like playfully dark. And I really love that. There's like, I can't really think of that many things that are like that, you know? Like, it was, the vocals are just so, the worst Ogre impression ever. The vocals are very, and then the music's very, you know, it's a weird little blend. And this came out 2001, like I said, like a billion times. At the end of, well, you know, this was like post-industrial era. Or at the time when people were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't just put a drum machine through a distorted pedal. Let's see what else we can do. And this came out, and it's so good, so fucking good. Like I said, I really haven't heard anything else that sounds like this. You are probably like yelling at your computer screen, saying, yeah, there's a bunch of shit that sounds like this. Well, if there is, I don't know about any of it. I'm fucking oblivious to it. So in my mind, this is all there is. So we're gonna leave it there. If you enjoyed this video, there are other music commentary video things that I've made. First off, did you actually enjoy this? Did you like the video? I am interested to know, what did you think about the album? Do you know anything that sounds like this to begin with? Have you heard this album before? Did you even know Ogre was a thing? Let me know. And if the actual Ogre is listening to this, very fucking unlikely, I want to know that too. That would be great. I'm sorry if I've see, I'm starstruck. I can't even talk. I'm sorry if I've offended you somehow. I don't know how. I do know I do have a pretty offensive manner, but I love your work, even though I know you're not listening. Oh boy. Okay. So yes. Anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to check out some other music commentary videos or commentaries or shit that I've made, look at them right there. Look at the plethora of my shit to watch. And when I say plethora, I mean 3 videos to choose from. Although there is more on the channel, but whatever. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.